Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just uploaded a video 10 minutes ago, and of course, Tfue drops his response as soon as I post it. It's okay though, because we are going to be covering everything about his response. But not only that, guys, I know most of you have probably already seen his YouTube video. If not, we'll take a look at it here. But also, Banks on Twitter is going off. He sent like 20 tweets out. He says that they will release Tfue, but then he is arguing back and forth with Tfue's brother, who runs a YouTube channel with like 3 million subscribers called Juke Squad. And Juke Squad is basically calling Banks a liar, a manipulator, pretty much just coming at his throat. So Banks has to defend himself there. We'll take a look at all those tweets. It's absolutely insane, guys. Do me one quick favor. If you appreciate me uploading these videos every day and keeping you updated on all the drama, go ahead and slap that like on it. I haven't really asked for any likes throughout these videos, so that would mean a ton to me, guys. But now, let's jump into it and first take a look at Tfue's official first response to this whole situation. For the most part, I'm gonna play clips from the entire video, give my thoughts on it, break down what he's thinking, and then after, we'll take a look at those absolutely insane tweets coming out from Banks and Tfue's brother.
Yo, what is up, guys? I'm gonna keep this video really short and to the point. First, I want to say all the stuff about the gambling, the stunts, the drinking, I told my lawyer I did not want that in there, and he will do exactly just that. He will take it out. So that is no worries. That is out of my way.
Wow, so it seems like Tfue initially didn't even want any of that in the report or in the lawsuit, but Tfue's lawyer went ahead and put it in there. Maybe he felt like he needed to pressure FaZe so hard that they do eventually release Tfue, but also, as Devin Nash mentioned, Tfue's lawyer might have more plans than just to get Tfue released from his contract. Tfue's lawyer submitted this to the Labor Commissioner of California. And don't forget, Tfue's lawyer is a power lawyer in Southern California, the top 5% of lawyers in the past 12 years. Every single year, guys. He is not to be messed with. So for FaZe's sake, let's just hope that this is all dropped and the Labor Commission doesn't go in on it. But Tfue says he'll try to get it dropped and everything. He told his lawyer, so let's move on into the video.
What I really want to talk about is the main point. I never wanted to upset anybody. I never wanted to bring that stuff in. I never wanted to get anybody to get emotional, because this isn't about that. This is about me and this contract. This contract that I signed when I didn't know any better. I'm an idiot. I should have never signed it in the first place. This 3-year contract. What is in this contract is so bizarre. It's so I wish you guys could see this thing, because I can't even fathom it.
Okay, we gotta jump in here and talk about this real quick. Tfue said, yes, he signed a contract and he was dumb for it. But I mean, to be fair with FaZe, you signed the contract, Tfue. I know you wanted to renegotiate and get out of it or figure something out, and they weren't working with you, which is understandable. Tfue has grown to be the biggest gaming star of all time. Every person in this world knows Tfue almost. I mean, okay, not everybody, but the majority of gamers know Tfue and mainstream people. So once somebody grows that big, you have to work with them and you have to get them a better contract. I don't know if FaZe wasn't working with him at all, but clearly something led up to this, which made Tfue take an action like this, which is just crazy. We all know this drama has been unreal, and Tfue's trying to put it to an end right here. He says, FaZe release me and we'll get everything dropped, at least hopefully. Let's go ahead and roll the rest of the video.
This contract basically allows FaZe at any point in 3 years to just take all my hard earnings and all my hard work and just strip it. Over 49%, over 79%. What is in this contract is insane, and that's not even the worst parts.
So based off of what Tfue said here, it seems like there must be something in this contract where FaZe can actually decide how much they want to take from Tfue's deals. So it seems like FaZe was telling the truth that they only took 60K from him, but that's because they decided they only wanted to take 20%. And Tfue saying if they wanted to, they could have took 79%. And he's probably scared once he gets like a mega $1 million deal, $5 million, they're going to want to take 80%. Or who knows, maybe even worse, they could take like 90%. And that would leave Tfue with 500K out of $5 million that was supposed to be his. So I mean, it makes sense that Tfue is very worried and he took a drastic move like this. Let's go ahead and jump back into it.
And what I'm trying to do here is just serve justice to the esports community, the esports industry. These kids are getting ripped off. They're getting taken advantage of. These contracts are not okay, and this needs to never happen again. And there's tons of people in contracts this bad, just like me. And I'm the first person to stand up and say, this is This is not right. This is not cool. This is fucking bullshit. This is bullshit. And if only you guys could see what is in this contract. I can't disclose what is within this contract, but FaZe Clan, please release the contract for the public to see. Let me show the public. Just give me permission to show these people the truth that is within this contract. That's all I really have to say. Show the fucking contract, FaZe. Release the contract. Everybody, hashtag release the contract. Release it, please.
Absolutely insane. Tfue wants the contract released, and it seems like FaZe is probably going to release it for him. At least that's what Banks is saying on Twitter. Now let's go and jump into what he said after Tfue's response. Banks' first tweet said this: Tfue, we offered you 1 million per year with 0 splits across the board. The only deliverable on your side was to represent FaZe Clan. To act like we didn't try to fix your situation multiple times is manipulative. Tfue, like I said, for us, this was never about money. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. FaZe says they tried to negotiate and fix it, where Tfue says he got no response and they weren't helping at all. Who knows who's telling the truth here? But moving on to the next post, FaZe Bank said this: and with that new contract, anything agreed to in previous ones would be nullified. We offered so many different solutions, all of them taking nothing, absolutely nothing from Tfue. Tfue blew up and forgot where he came from. Classic clout stuff. Wow, okay, again, saying that he tried to negotiate and work with them so many times. But this kind of does come off like as a lie from Banks. Now, I'm not accusing him of lying, but remember when this whole thing came down and it initially happened, Banks was like, oh my god, I got blindsided by this, I had no idea. If that's true, then why are you saying you were negotiating with him and they weren't working with you? Then you must have known that there was some issues with his contract. Maybe you didn't expect it to happen how it did, but you had to have known something, right? At least that's what it seems like. Moving on from that tweet, Banks made another one and he said, by the way, we are indeed releasing the contract. So it seems like Tfue is gonna get out of the contract. Banks says he just got off the phone with his higher ups and we're preparing it for you guys now. I have nothing to hide and everything I've said throughout all of this is the truth. We tried for a straight year to come up with a new agreement. Okay, I mean, like, this tweet is believable. Like, I want to believe Banks. Everything says, all right, you know, they probably did try to work with Tfue, other than the fact that Banks himself came out and said, oh my god, I'm so blindsided, I had no idea this was coming, like, oh man, I can't believe it. That makes it seem like he's maybe lying. I don't know, I have no idea, that's just what it looks like. Of course, we all have different perceptions and we'll see this in different ways, so be sure to leave that comment down below and let me know what you think of this response by Banks. And then the next tweet, Banks said, I appreciate you apologizing, kind of, about the alcohol/stunt claims. This was all a huge mistake and we both know that. I could see it in your eyes. You didn't mean for this to go down how it did. Let's meet up while you're still in LA and let's try to solve this at Tfue. So Tfue hasn't responded to any of these, but somebody very, very close to Tfue, his brother, as said earlier, responded to all of it. He initially said, why not release him if you truly want what's best for him? Then Banks responded and said, because I effing helped him blow up and changed that kid's entire life. The very least I could ask for in return is he stay loyal to me and the brand that gave him his first real shot. Like what? FaZe is what's best for him. Okay, I get it. Again, FaZe helped Tfue, but Tfue also helped FaZe, and a lot of people aren't talking about that. And to say FaZe is what's best for him, that's not true, because if he's not under contract with you guys, he can get sponsored by anybody. But if he is contracted by FaZe, he can't. Because guess what? You guys have stuff in your contracts with your own sponsors, like with Champion, where Champion says you guys cannot rep or have any of your other players rep another brand that competes with them. So that's Adidas, Nike, anybody, Under Armour, whatever it is. He can't go and get a sponsorship by them and get millions of dollars because of that. So to be fair, FaZe isn't what's best for Tfue at this very moment. Just saying. And guess what? Tfue's brother responded to that and he said, yeah, I helped him too, but I'll never effing act like he owes me anything, dog. That's where you're dead wrong. And then Tfue's brother just kept going in on Banks. He said to Banks, to act like you did nothing wrong is manipulative, dog. You left a lot out in that video you made. Hashtag release the contract. Then Banks, he decided to respond again and he said, so yeah, I'll say it again. We are releasing the contract momentarily. Whoa, wait a second, momentarily? Okay, it seems like this isn't over, guys. This wasn't about standing up for what's right. It's manipulative to suggest that. This was about what Tfue's dad believed was in his best interest, leaving FaZe and stopping at nothing to accomplish it. Whoa, Banks calling out Tfue's dad. Juke Squad responded and said this: "You have no right to make that assumption. You are whack, dude." Then Banks responded and he said, "Make that assumption? Jack, I flew to your house to talk to your dad and he made it very clear. It was also made clear who's really running the show. Call me whack all you want, but again, everything I've said is true." And then boom, Juke Squad with the bomb. He says, "Also, did you just admit you weren't blindsided by saying you came to my house to discuss this?" Oh, damn, that's true there. I don't know. Banks never responded to this either. And that was it. And Banks never responded to this tweet. He did make 2 more overall. He said, "I really shouldn't be on Twitter right now. I'm getting hot and fired up all over again. It's just more strategy, more lawyers talking through Tfue's script reading garbage. Why the F can't you just round up your army of lawyers and sit down to talk to me? At Tfue." And then the last one. Last tweet: "Our legal team is preparing everything. We will release the contract with all the context in the world when we can." Again, all Tfue you had to do to accomplish that was ask me. We weren't prepared for this, so just give us some time. It's coming. Thanks. And that's it, guys. That's where it ends. Holy crap, this drama's insane. Be sure to leave a comment down below with your opinion and what you think about all of this. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more daily content like this. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.